Citizens Free Press 22 minutes ago. Jack Smith and the DOJ just leaked the Trump audio tape to CNN. This is what the DOJ thinks is their smoking gun. Trump responded last week and said he did not show secret documents. Here is the tape. You'll hear President Trump, and you'll hear some woman who's sitting there, and I don't know who it is. I try to make out the voice, but I don't know who the woman's voice is. Maybe we can find out while we're listening. But here's the tape that we've all heard about and waiting to hear. Here it is.
These are bad, sick people.
That was your coup, against you.
Well, it started right at the beginning.
Like when Millie's talking about, you were going to try to do a coup. No, they were trying to do that before you even were sworn in.
That's right.
Trying to overthrow your election.
Well, with Millie, let me see that. I'll show you an example. He said that I wanted to attack Iran. Isn't it amazing? I have a big pile of papers. This thing just came up. Look. This was him. They presented me this. This is off the record, but they presented me this. This was him. This was the Defense Department and him. Wow. We looked at some. This was him. This wasn't done by me. This was him. All sorts of stuff. It's pages long. Look. Wait a minute. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, Mm-hmm. Except it is like highly confidential, secret. There's secret information. But look at this. You attack, and
Hillary would print that out all the time,
she'd send it, she'd send it to Anthony Weiner, the pervert. By the way, isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
I was just saying, because we were talking about it, and he said he wanted to attack Iran and what. These are the papers. This was done by the military, given to me. I think we can probably, right?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, we'll have to try to figure out
See, as president, I could have declassified it. Now I can't, but this is classified.
Now we have a problem.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
It's so cool. I mean, it's so, here and I have, and you probably almost didn't believe me, but now you believe me.
No, I believe
it's incredible, right?
No,
hey, bring some Cokes in, please.
Okay, there you go.
There you go.
So that's it. That's the recording of the thing we've heard all about. Of I don't even know what are we supposed to think about that?
I don't know. It's completely out of context because you don't know what he's talking about. The one thing that jumps out at you, though, right from the jump, is that he says to whoever this woman is, I'll show you an example. Let me see that. Obviously, she's holding something. So he's using that to describe, the situation between him and Millie. So it's like Slick Rick's got his paper that, Rick, let me have your paper for a second. Let me show you something. This is what Millie does. And that's kind of what he did. That's the way it sounds on the tape. I don't know if that's true or not. But when you hear it, and you can play it back again, you could just hear that in the first 10 seconds where he goes, I'll show you an example. Let me see that. Obviously, this person is holding something. Rick, let me see that. Boom. So whatever it is, he's using this as an example. And Millie shows me this, and can you believe this? And I don't know. That's what I take away from it. And that's the first part. And again, it jumps out at you because it seems like he's making reference to something that she already had in her hand. Maybe something she had notes on.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make. I'm not sure what to make of it. It's hard to make anything of it. It just sounds like, I guess, from what I've read, the one woman there's two women there with him. One was the writer, and I guess one is a staffer. I mean, I can't imagine how that could prove that he showed them something.
And you know what? Why the hell would they release it?
It doesn't, quite frankly, sound like the papers ever left his hand. If you just listen to the rattling of the papers and the proximity of the sound of the papers to the microphone, they don't sound like they get farther away. I mean, that's just honestly what my ears listen to first.
My thought is, why release this quote-unquote smoking gun? Why release it? It's not helping your case.
Well, who leaked the tape? That's what we should know.
Well, considering the DOJ has possession of this tape, right? You would think.
I mean, it really doesn't tell us anything that we don't already know. That was this. They put the script in the charging documents. So I'm not sure what to make of it.
I think it's now, you know what? And I'll say this, I'll say it again. They know they have nothing. Let's see if we get some public opinion on our side. Oh my God, listen to him. He's waving it at her. Just like they described on the news, he's waving this piece of paper at her. That must be it. Oh my goodness, it's all classified, and he's just throwing it about. You just hear it because that's the way the people at the View are going to describe this. That's the way the people on the mainstream media news are going to describe this. Meanwhile, they have no context. They don't see what is actually happening.
I'm not sure you even need context, though, Rick. I mean, given the Presidential Records Act, what about that tape makes you believe that the president didn't have a right to have whatever he had there? There's nothing on there that tells me that anything
right
about that. I don't know that you need context. So I'm not sure why this was leaked. Quite frankly, I think they got nothing. I think they know they have nothing, and I think they know this is getting worse because they just got rejected. They tried to keep the witness list secret. So not only do they not want Trump to talk about the case, not see evidence, but him and his attorneys are not allowed to talk to the witnesses. I thought we had Miss Mona Lisa Vito already described this. The prosecution has to give the defense everything they have, a list of witnesses. You can talk to their witnesses. You can see all their evidence because you have to prepare your case. This is Banana Republic stuff. Thankfully, the judge, Aileen Cannon, rejected the motion. What's the audience? Let's go to the chat. If you guys are in the live chat, I don't have it in front of me in this second. I'm trying to look at some feedback and see what else is. What's the audience think of this tape? I mean, again, I don't see what this is, how this furthers the government's case, other than giving the media, like Rick said, the ability to go and over dramatize it and have them. Oh, this is it. This is it. I mean, it's clear as day. Of course, no attention to the Presidential Records Act and what that says. They'll have this, case closed, shut, lock them away, throw away the key. Did you hear the tape? That's what they're going to say.
Right. Because what'd you hear today? Oh, Biden's talking about selling state secrets. You're finding out there's more money that they've been involved with. Oh, and he had a secret phone. Break glass. We need something on Trump. Quick, get it out there.
And the other thing about this is you'd have to think, I would think the judge tonight is not a happy camper.
No, definitely not.
You would think this risks really getting her quite upset. Dare I say, really piss her off. And she knows where this is coming from. And she knows it's not from Trump's side. While you have motions in front of her already, she's already ruled against you once, and then you leak this tonight to CNN? What we've been told is the actual crux, centerpiece of this whole thing? Smoking gun, this is it? This is what the media's been running with? CNN's breathlessly talking about as if they, captured... And that's the tape? What about that is that we don't already know. Now, maybe that's what they're thinking. Well, there's nothing here that everybody doesn't already know. We put the transcript in the charging document. But, boy, if I'm the judge tonight and you're leaking the smoking gun to this case that you just asked for a 3-4 month continuance, it'll be interesting to see what we get from her. She's got a couple things in front of her from the government. I would think she's not a happy camper tonight. What's the audience think?
Let's see. It's all BS. Same old S. Cabal is corrupt. That's coming from Like to Fly. Doc Sue said could even throw out the case. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe they know they got nothing. Let's just get rid of this and move on to January 6th.
Yep.
Who knows? It's all distractions, according to Lou D.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what that tape shows us or tells us or should make us think. Those of us who can think critically about this and don't already have him in a cell for the rest of his life, like most of the mainstream media. So we know what, and maybe that's what, maybe the public opinion jury pool, maybe that's the idea here.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they think this is going to resonate different with people who are maybe not following every in and out of this whole thing. Maybe they think that's going to, again, I tell you,
Nothing, Burger.
I can't imagine the judge is a happy camper tonight.
Yep.